Hey guys, it is Sophia the Shadow Hunter, and today I'm going to be doing a book outlet haul for you guys. If you guys don't know, Book Outlet is an online website that sells discounted books. It's basically 50% off, so it's basically just online half-price books. And they used to have free shipping, and now it's $5 on any order you get. And if you spend over $35, you get free shipping. So you guys should check it out. This is the first time I bought books from them in probably like a year and a half, but they had books that I've been wanting that were really cheap, so I couldn't pass it up. So, and if you guys have bought any books lately, there's books you want to buy, let me know in the comments down below, or post a video about it as well. So there's been other books I've been trying to buy, and I have not purchased them yet. And hopefully I will this week or next week. We will see. I've got birthday coupons from half price books, but it's only 15% out. Usually it's 25%. And I still want to get these books. But for those people, if you guys have bought books from half price books online, which I had 3 or 4 times, not a whole lot, but when I have, they charge you $3.99 per shipping. So if you have a local half price books, check that out first, because even though their books are cheaper, you're going to be paying almost as it was, you know, like you go to the bookstore, it's $8. So it'd just be cheaper to do that because you're paying $4 for shipping. And yeah, the book's cheaper, but it's close to being, you know, what it would have been almost full price, or 75% of a normal price. So let's get started. So the one book I've been really wanting to buy is Gold Dust Woman, the biography of Stevie Nicks by Stephen Davis, author of Hammers of the Gods. This is the New York Times bestseller, including new epilogue. If you guys have read these books, please let me know in the comments down below. I plan on reading this next month. Let me see what it says in the back. A dishy retelling of her sex, drugs, and rock and roll filled life library journal. Stevie Nicks is a legend of rock and one of the most glamorous creatures pop music has ever known. Both in her vocals and her Fleetwood Mac, the band she gave a shot of adrenaline to, which made her a superstar in Return and Beyond. Nicks is a gold standard of rock biographers, the Boston Globe. Stephen Davis' perfect subject of her work and her life are equally sexy and interesting. Nicks had more than her share of hits, but also heartbreak, drugs, addiction, affairs, and missed opportunity that haunted the Welsh witch, whose influence in music still vibrates today. Gold Dust Woman is an unmissable biography and exploration of what makes a wild woman superstar tick. This book sounds great, and I can't wait to read it. Since I got 2 music books, I guess I'll go with the biographies. So I found out about this book, I guess about a year ago, and I finally got my hands on it. That is a generalized life, Def Leppard, and Beyond by Phil Collen with Chris Epting. Packed with juicy tales, Rolling Stone. It says, a revolutionary and redemptive memo from the lead guitarist of the legendary band Def Leppard, the first book ever written by one of its members, chronicling the band's extraordinary rise to stardom and how they've maintained it for 3 decades. Meet Phil Collen. You may know him as the guitarist in Def Leppard, whose signature song, Pour Some Sugar on Me, is still widely enjoyed as when it came out in 1988. Maybe you've heard of him as the rock star who gave up alcohol and meat nearly 3 decades ago. Most likely you've seen him shirtless in photos or in real life, flaunting his impeccably toned body to appreciative female fans. But it wasn't always like this. Colin worked his way up from nothing, teaching himself guitar from scratch as a teenager by imitating his heroes. He slogged that in London-based pub bands for years, long before Def Leppard formed and transformed from unknown to icons, all thanks to a little album called Pyromania. From playing openers in nearly empty arenas to headlining in those same stadiums and selling them out every night. But as Colin discovered, overnight success is a myth. Like the other band members, he had to struggle and fight his way to the top. In the end, he says, our work ethic saved us, just as it still does. This is Colin's story, starting with his first real taste of success in wild rock and roll success as a member of a semi-clown glam rock outfit, Girl. But once he joins Def Leppard, it's also an amazing underdog tale featuring a bunch of ordinary working class lads who rose to mega stardom, overcoming incredible obstacles such as drummer Rick Allen losing his arm in a car crash and the tragic death of guitarist Steve Clark, Phil's musical soulmate who lost his fight with alcoholism. Featuring personal, never-seen photos of Colin and his bandmates on stage and off, Adrenalized is a fascinating account of the failures, triumphs, challenges, and rock-hard dedication it takes to make dreams come true. This book sounds awesome. I can't wait to read it. Next, I have 2 Frederick Bachman books. I got Us Against You by Frederick Bachman. I guess I'm confused. This is either the first book, prequel, or sequel to Beartown. Let's read what it says. Have you ever seen a town fall? Ours did. Have you ever seen a town rise? Ours did that too. A small community tucked deep into the forest, Beartown is home to tough, hard-working people who don't expect life to be easy or fair. No matter how difficult times get, they've always been able to take pride in their local ice hockey team. So it's a cruel blow when they hear that the Beartown ice hockey might soon be disbanded. What makes it worse is the obvious satisfaction that all former Beartown players who now play for a rival team neighborhood town of Head takes in that fact. As the tension mounts between two adversaries, a newcomer arrives and Beartown hockey gets a surprising new coach and a chance at a comeback. Soon, a team starts to take shape around Ahmet, the fastest player ever seen, Benji the intense lone wolf, always dutiful and eager to please, Bobo and Vidar are born to be bad troublemaker, but bringing this team together proves to be a challenge as old bonds are broken and new ones are formed, and the town's enmity with Head grows more and more acute. As the big game approaches, the most so insufficient pranks and incidents between the communities piles up and their mutual contempt intensifies. By the time the last goal is scored, a resident of Beartown will be dead, and the people of both towns will be forced to wonder if, after everything, the game they love can ever return to something as simple as a field of ice. 2 nets and 2 teams, us against you. Here is a declaration of love for all the big and small, bright, dark stories that give form and color to our communities. With immense compassion and insight, Frederick Bachman reveals how loyalty, friendship, and kindness can carry a town through its most challenging days. This book sounds amazing, and I can't wait to read it. Next, I have Frederick Bachman, The Thing My Son Needs to Know About the World. I did not realize how tiring this book was, but I saw it at Half Price Books, and I saw it was a bigger... I don't know if this is a different edition, but here's what it says. To my son, I want to apologize for everything I'm going to do over the next 18 years or so, for everything I miss, everything I won't understand, all the notes about parent-teacher conferences you won't want to show me, for doing my mom was wrong and dad was right, dancing around other people, for buying a minivan, for wearing shorts, for the holidays, the cowboy hat, the real men weigh over 200 pounds t-shirt, the streets at your high school graduation party. Once you're older, you'll realize that I made an endless line of mistakes during your childhood. I know that. I've resigned myself to it, but I just want you to know that I did my very best. I left it on the field and I gave every answer to everything I had. I Googled like hell. This book is for you. It says, as Frederick Bachman humorously strips away the anxieties and shortcomings of the 21st century parent that doesn't shy away from revealing his own false steps and fatherly flaws, tackling issues ranging from masculinity and midlife crisis to political jokes and poop, he conveys his profound awe at experiencing the first of parenthood that fill him with wonder and catch him completely unprepared. Full of honest fears and unconditional declarations of love that go straight to the heart, this book shares insights into cruel topics like soccer, IKEA, God, falling in love, and the ultimate recipe to deep fried Snickers ice cream bars. This lively collection is perfect for new and time-tested parents and for anyone seeking a little guidance in the complex world that can make each of us feel like a 2-year-old now and then. So this book sounds awesome. I can't wait to read it. Please let me know what you guys think about these books, and if you read them, leave your comments down below. And I will see you guys next time with another video. Goodbye.